you know, we had sent this email describing what our product was, showing a picture of it, and some people started ordering it. And so we said, you know, we need to find a way to get this out there to more people, because these people that we don't even know are ordering. I didn't know any of the names of the people. And I think that was kind of the start of saying, now we just got to publicize our website somehow.
Alicia, you cut the thing up, you make the sack,
right.
the peanut shell. Where was the moment where you said, no, forget that I like it,
right.
I really got something?
Well, definitely the first moment was when all the moms in the moms group that I happened to be in wanted one. And then taking it even, you know, 2 steps further is when we got a call from Nordstrom buyer, the head buyer for the infants. And, you know, they were talking to us about seeing if we'd be able to basically have the slings in all of their stores. So
once a big time, that's a pretty good validation.
Right.
That's a pretty, Maureen?
It was very similar for me, actually. You know, obviously, friends and family loved it. Felt like there was no healthy cosmetic lines on the market that were really good for you and fashionable. At the same time, easy to use. But then when we launched in Henry Bendel's, I mean, that was really big. I had no experience, no distribution, obviously, and I just started calling different department stores. Henry Bendel's, Bergdorf Goodman. No one was calling me back, Donnie, of course, because I was nobody, really, at the time. Had no track record. And I finally left a message for the Bendel's buyer saying that I was about to launch in Bergdorf Goodman and that Henry Bendel's was my very favorite store from when I was a child, which is true. Except this is not true at all, because the Bergdorf buyer didn't call me back. And I got a call the next day, went in the following day. She loved the products and placed a huge order.
All right, starting business real easy, right? No mistakes at all, right? Okay, who's made some big-time mistakes starting business? Raise your hand. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Me, 5,000 of them. Jane, how can we help you?
Hi, Donnie. Jane with Eve Alexander, the sexy maternity and nursing apparel company. How do I recover when my manufacturers deliver an inferior product and I'm not happy with it? I'm under strict deadlines to get it to my customer, and I really don't want to disappoint them.
All right, Alicia, you manufacturing your stuff. What happened?
Right. Well, first of all, I would ask you if you have any type of an agreement or contract with them for quality and what that agreement is. And look at that and see what they're going to be able to do as far as turning around. If you don't have any type of agreement, definitely you're going to want to get some type of agreement, and then see what the turnaround time is going to be for them to reproduce. Talk to your customers, be honest with them. I think it's always a huge, huge thing, because they're going to really appreciate you being upfront and honest, continuing to deliver a superior product, rather shipping something just to meet a deadline and having their customers be unhappy with the quality of the product.
I think honesty is so important. And I think your manufacturers, you got to beat the crap out of them. Say, you're going to have them right, you're going to have it the next day. Then go to your clients and say, here's what happened. It happens in business. The bottom line, you cannot deliver an inferior product. Right. Be honest, and then beat the crap out of the people who got it wrong. Make them get it right. Make them get it right fast. All right, I want to hear the biggest mistake, because I got to get everybody feeling good at home. They're going to make the mistakes. I don't want them to be afraid. Brad?
Our biggest mistake was laying out thousands of dollars to advertise on pay-per-click marketing on Google. If we would have gone back and touted our story from the beginning, we probably could have gotten millions of dollars worth of free advertising from people just looking to fill up space every day in magazines. So I would say that'd be the biggest for us.
That's a big one, Frank. I want you to embarrass yourself here.
My biggest mistake was really biting off more than I can chew. What happened was I opened my first retail store in New York City, and I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars against the advice of even my mom, who told me that I should start small and go wholesale, and that store was just a disaster, and it almost wiped me out, but I recovered from it, and here we are today.
Have you guys found, Maureen, I want to hear about your mistake. I always believe every time there's a mistake, something turns around. So let's hear about the mistake and then how it flipped on its side.
You know, I have made, obviously, a lot of mistakes and continue to today. I think you learn something new every day, especially when you're an entrepreneur. I would say my biggest mistake was trusting a manufacturer without getting a really ironclad contract. I lost, unlike you lost almost $1 million, I lost $10,000. And really, I learned a big lesson from that, because unlike some of these guys, I started this company on credit cards. So I had no money. And if I made mistakes like that, I wouldn't be sitting here today. So I had to be really careful about my distribution. I think a lot of entrepreneurs kind of go everywhere really quickly. I guess it was a luxury that I didn't have the money to be able to do that.
But you did it.
I did it.
You did it. You know, it doesn't take years to get it off the ground. You got to start somewhere, guys. I want that first step, because let's say people have the idea at home. What is the first step, Alicia, that you did, the number one thing you did to get your business off the ground?
We launched thepeanutshell.com, our website. We wanted to have a professional image from day one for our company.
Brad?
First thing I did was I went to a local frame shop in Peoria and tried to get a discount off of, I paid retail for the one that we made as a wedding gift for the couple that we had made. So instead of, for me to make a profit, I had to find a way to get a wholesale price. So I just went to him and asked him if he'd offer me a rebate to purchase wholesale in bulk and started bringing them orders from there. So I guess that'd be the first thing, was try to get a discount.
Number one?
I came up with a name, and then I went online to make sure that it wasn't taken, and I trademarked Tarte Cosmetics, and then I went online to GoDaddy.com, I think it was, and bought TarteCosmetics.com.
Frank, number one.
The first thing I did was go out and find somebody to buy my product. And I went online, I found some companies, sent out a sample. First response, they ordered product. They've been my customer ever since.
We love it. Baby steps. Okay, hopefully we've got you pumped. You're going to find your hidden millions tonight, I promise you. What if you find that idea, you got a current job, you can't leave the next day? We're going to show you the exit strategy.